Hey friends, welcome to another episode on the Evening of Light video channel. This is another Tape Girlfriend episode, and today I am going to talk to you about this album, Rituals by Everson Poe. Now, Everson Poe is a project by May Schultz from the US, and I picked this album because it reminds me quite a bit of why I got into doom metal as a teen. Now, this album came out last year on Trepanation Records, and it reminds me of that period in my life and my later love for doom metal, not because it sounds retro or anything, but because it manages to tap very well into that feeling that always attracted me to this kind of music, the kind of tendency to try to find beauty in despair and depression, and this kind of sense in the music of a tortured existence in whatever way you're feeling. You know, this can be very open to interpretation by the listener, which is the great thing about music. But that sense tapping into the grating abrasion of existence, so to speak. The tape came in this very nice cross fold-out packaging, which I've seen before, which is always a rather nice touch when labels go for it. We're going to listen to a bit more of this album and then talk about it some more because there is a surprise. So as you've heard in the sample, this is very classic death-influenced doom metal, focusing on the slow bit, the dynamics between the clean riffs and the heavier ones, and the different varieties of tortured vocals. But the cool thing is also that on this album, there are plenty of moments where May is not afraid to step on the gas pedal a bit. Now, the surprise of this tape is that it's actually a double one. If you flip the packaging around, you can see a whole different album there, and that is the album Monstrous Existence, which came out a bit earlier in 2020, but Trepanation Records put those albums together on this double album tape, actually. So it's roughly 40 minutes to each side, so this is a very nice, almost 80-minute slab of doom metal that gave me a lot of support throughout the past year as I've been listening to both of those albums. Now, the tape itself is sold out for the moment, but you can still get both of those albums digitally, and I will put the links for those down there in the description as always. Now, before we are going to listen to a final selection from the album Monstrous Existence, I would like to give you a few small Evening of Light updates. I've started a new weekly radio show that you can listen to on mixcloud.com/eveningoflight. It's called Modi Mido So after the Einstürzende Neubauten song, and it's very much focused on getting a kind of daily rhythm. I pick one song each day and then stitch it all together at the end of the week. So it's kind of my musical diary that you can follow along to if you want to. I'm also experimenting with streaming things on Twitch, both some games that I like, but I'm also planning on doing DJ sets and other musically focused content on Twitch. So if that's something you're interested in, you can follow me on twitch.tv/eveningoflight there as well. As always, most of the updates and stuff and a lot of my music recommendations are on Twitter at Evening of Light. So it would be cool if you like these videos and are not following me there yet to give me a follow. And finally, I would like to give a special thanks to my supporters on Patreon who are helping me pay for new equipment to make music with and to make these videos with and do better voice recordings and all things like that. So a big shout out to my friends on there, and have a look at patreon.com/eveningoflight if you want to become a supporter too and receive cool downloads of zines and music and things like that from the Evening of Light back catalog. Thanks for viewing again and for being with me, and enjoy the final track of this episode. See you next time. I am too weak to ask for what I need. I am too weak to cross this threshold alone. I am too weak to ask for what